Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the week of July 4th. We're just going to jump right in here, Libra, and we are going to see what is coming in for you at this time. This is a mixture of the Good Tarot here and the Shaman's Dream Oracle, and also the the Mystical Shaman Oracle as well. So that's what we're going to be using. I don't know why I started, for some reason I felt like laying the cards out this way. I never do that. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I usually go row by row. So we're just going to go with it and see what comes up for you. This whole entire deck is upside down, so that's why I'm flipping the cards over here, but we'll fix that. We'll fix that right now. There you go. You start off with the Two of Cups here. I'm getting the word luck, which is very interesting. It's like, I'm getting these, I'm not getting the usual meanings of the Two of Cups. Definitely could be love. You definitely have love here. So, you know, I think love could be part of this reading. You have the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Cups here. You do have the Devil, but, you know, we'll talk about that. So I do feel like love could be part of it, but for some reason I'm getting the word luck on this Two of Cups. It's almost like, but, you know, it's like popping into my head as a matching game. You know, it's like, it's almost like you're matching two things together, and that's what's creating the luck here with the Two of Cups. Very strange message here, but it's almost like sometimes I do feel like even in like work and business, where it could be like maybe we discover a missing piece to a puzzle, or we find an answer, and that's kind of like the match. That's what I mean by the matching game. It's like you're discovering two things that match together, and that's what's creating the luck. So, you know, sometimes I think people think like luck is magical, but really, I feel like this is more circumstantial, if that makes sense. It's like the two circumstances are coming together, and it's creating a lot of luck in your life this week. Very interesting. I don't think I've ever had a message like that. You have the Five of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. It's popping into my head as something you didn't think you would get out of. Those are literally the words that are popping into my head with this Ten of Swords. So I don't think it's anything bad. I just think that maybe you didn't think you were going to be able to, you know, pull something off, or something wasn't going to come through for you. Kind of a disappointing energy here, right? I mean, Five of Cups, Four of Pentacles, like you're stuck. Ten of Swords, something being dead, done over with, or like experiencing a difficult ending. So I get that feeling from this reading here. But again, I'm noticing the duality here. You have the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Cups. It's almost like you're finding the way out. You're not stuck. So for a lot of you, I kind of see this first part of the reading mostly here, this first row, as you just getting unstuck. It feels pretty simple to me. I don't think it is simple, because I keep thinking that I'm seeing the Ten of Wands here. Like I keep having the Ten of Wands is popping into my head. So whatever you're getting unstuck from, I feel it's been a lot of work. I feel it's been a burden for you as well. Again, you have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles normally holding on too tightly to the past. But I always say one of my favorite people of all time, Greg Braden, says when your head and your heart become one, you can move mountains. So to me, he is in alignment. His head and his heart on the Four of Pentacles, they are in perfect alignment. So something is in alignment, and I feel like you are discovering some answers, or you're like moving some mountains. And again, even the Five of Cups is a card of duality. He's looking at what he thinks his reality is. This is his actual reality, the two cups behind him that lead to the bridge and the castle. The bridge and the castle, you know, kind of represents, well, the castle represents safety, security, comfort, protection, kind of like all the feelings that you receive in the home. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like that's what you are moving towards. Next, you have this Witness card, says the Witness on it. I feel like you are just kind of witnessing luck. I feel like you're witnessing how life can kind of just work for you, how things can go your way, and how you can get out of sticky situations. Again, I would describe this first row almost as a sticky situation. I feel like it's going to be different for all of you. It could be work, could be love for others. And I kind of feel like this is you just seeing how things can go your way, how things can go in a positive direction. It's kind of interesting. I'm shooting this video on the new moon in Cancer on the 28th, right? And, you know, with this new moon, on a personal level, just to tell you how I feel about this new moon, I'm not sure. And I don't know how I feel about it, because Uranus is squaring Mars at the same time of the moon. And this Mars-Uranus square, it could like go both ways. Could be positive, could be negative. Uranus is unpredictable, right? So, and not only that, to me, we're in Cancer season, Cancer moon. It's like a little bit of explosive energy because Cancer is, it's kind of like more explosive emotions. So I don't know how I feel about it. And I'm shooting this in the morning, so we'll have to see what's going on. But what I would say here is I feel like you could be experiencing that like an explosive moment in the sense that like all of a sudden you free yourself from a sticky situation. And that's what this reading kind of looks like to me. You have the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Five of Wands. Again, Ten of Cups is your center card here. You really can't beat that. The center card is like the most important card here in the 9-card spread. And the Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty, good things happening after a difficult period of time. It can also represent happy home, happy family, of course, all that other stuff. And I do feel that there could be love opportunities coming in for you. I kind of feel multiple love opportunities. So if you're single, it might be a good time for dating, or some of you could be getting out there, meeting new people, because I kind of feel like multiple. I'm not really focused in on one person yet. And that might change as we go throughout the reading, but for right now, I'm not. So I definitely feel there's love, but I really feel this is more, both cards are really cards of joy and happiness. Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing, feeling at peace. The Ten of Cups, again, your emotions overflowing, being very happy. It's total fulfillment. And so I feel like you're kind of like moving more towards those feelings after a sticky, again, I get a much more sticky energy here for you, Libra, that you have been experiencing for a long time. And I feel like that's what you're setting yourself free from. Like I said, pretty simple reading. No need to overcomplicate it, right? You have this mindful card. It says groupthink on it. So I would actually be careful of groupthink for exactly the reasons that I just said. Because of the moon, because we're in Cancer season, feels like a little bit of an explosive, Cancer season to me. I'm not sure how I feel about it, quite honestly. Intuitively, I kind of meditated on this the other day, and intuitively, I kind of feel like I see things kind of going both ways, and I would just be careful of kind of like those explosive like emotions, like rushing to anger. I've been saying this all year, really, because we have Mars going retrograde this year, and I keep telling people that any displays of like anger, that are more explosive without thought, could go the wrong direction because, it's Mars retrograde. It's like we can jump to conclusions with Mars retrograde that aren't true. So I keep telling people, it's like, it doesn't mean you can't be emotional. It doesn't mean you can't have feelings about something, but it does represent just kind of like thinking about things before you get into like a fight with someone you live with, for example. Terrible idea during Mars retrograde, never ends well. Getting in a fight with your spouse or something along those lines. So I would be careful of those types of arguments here. I do feel being mindful is critically important right now. You have the Magician, the Hermit, and the Devil. Almost every single person has had the Magician this week, and I've been really focused. It's like, look at this card. It's actually a really nice card. There's like some really nice imagery going on there, right? And then you have the Magician. The card was backwards. He has these flowers all around the card. And on the Magician, the flowers, especially the flowers in front of him, they represent his focus. Like, he understands he has to focus on happiness, joy, all those positive things to attract what he wants. He knows the highest vibration is love, basically. And that's how he's able to attract things so quickly into his life. So no matter what's going on, I would definitely keep it positive. And again, you're not the only sign to get a message like that. You have the Hermit. Everybody's had the Hermit as well. I'm kind of wondering if we have collectively gone through like a dark night of the soul. If you remember a couple months ago, everybody was getting the Tower, like all of a sudden. I'm pretty sure it's like that was in April, right? Where everybody was getting the Tower. And I was like, what the hell's going on? I feel that like everything that has been going on is what is going on. And we've all kind of been through this collective dark night of the soul. And now it's time for us to shine bright. I keep encouraging people to, shine their inner light. I always get the question, what is my spiritual journey? And I always say, well, really, I believe that our only purpose here is to create our own reality and to live our best reality, whatever that means for you. And that is spiritual. By doing that, you're like showing other people that it's possible. And then, by giving permission for other people to do something, then you're kind of fulfilling your spiritual journey. And the Hermit, it perfectly describes that energy. He's shining that light out in front of him, but inside his lantern, he has the star. And but it's inside the lantern. You know, it's kind of like stuck. It's in there. He's not really shining it as bright as he could. So I kind of feel this is saying it's time for you to give people permission to be successful. And that's what I feel like you're doing here. You do have the devil. Part of me feels like this is a past disappointment. You know, I feel like a lot of us have a lot of past stuff going on. We have Saturn-Pluto retrograde. I'm not a big fan of this Saturn-Pluto retrograde. I don't think it's like bad, by the way. Totally necessary for the evolution of, you know, us spiritually, basically. But, you know, I definitely feel there are going to be some challenges that come up because of this and the things that people could be experiencing, that you know, a lot of us could be kind of like experiencing cold energy just in general. Pluto in retrograde in Capricorn, I don't know, very cold energy, very, and what I mean by that is it's like I feel like some of us could be emotionally missing some of that like nurturing energy where we feel taken care of, or we feel like our opinions are being valued, or things like that. These are all kind of like minor things that I think maybe we don't think about, like for the most part, it's like, does anyone care about my opinion about pizza? No, but like right now, if someone disagrees with my opinion about pizza, it's like it might hurt my feelings more, right? Because of this kind of like Pluto retrograde energy. So I don't know. I feel like we all need to take care of ourselves, take care of each other, you know, take care of the people that matter to you. All those things are going to be important because, you know, I feel like people just need it right now. But that's how I feel about that devil. I feel like it's talking about Capricorn. So let's dig into this, Libra. Let's see what's going on for you. With the Five of Cups, you have the Seven of Cups. You know, sometimes it's like, you know, if we have choice, it can lead to some difficulties as well. It's like, you know, they did like, I remember they did a study years ago where they gave people like a t-shirt and they said, hey, you won this t-shirt, and then they asked people to rate that, like how happy they were with what they won, you know, if they won a t-shirt. And so all the people who were just given a t-shirt, they rated their happiness very high after winning the t-shirt. But the people who, then there were people who got to choose a t-shirt, they were all like disappointed because they had the illusion of choice. Right? They weren't just given something. And so I kind of get that feeling here on the Seven of Cups, where it's almost like too many options is kind of the thing that could be creating some disharmony in your life. We're going to look into this. I feel like there's more to that message. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Page of the Page of Cups. Definitely a love offer. You know, I feel like part of me feels this is one of those readings where it's like, is love the main focus? Hell no. There's a lot of love here. I think that it's just kind of like in your energy, and what you do with it is up to you, is what I will say. Definitely could be a love opportunity coming in for you. With the Ten of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, could be a water sign at this point. Could be any sign, of course. But the King of Cups has been coming up for a lot of people. And so I feel that, again, it has to do with our emotions. He is, if you notice, sitting in choppy waters on this card. And it kind of represents the fact that he doesn't care like what is necessarily going on around him. He is able to maintain his emotional state. He keeps it emotionally positive. So I feel no matter what's going on, try to keep it emotionally positive and things will go well for you. With the Ace of Cups, here you go. You have the Sun. It's funny that I literally said that I was getting just happiness and joy on the Ace of Cups and that Ten of Cups. That's what I feel here. I'm not so much, again, feeling love necessarily. That could be part of it, don't get me wrong. But I feel more that you are feeling like happy, joyful, feeling like you've been set free from something. So love it. With the Ten of Cups, you have the King of Pentacles. Again, if you are attracting love into your life, I feel like you could be attracting something like more permanent, more stable, just better in general. King of Pentacles, to me, is a really good love card. You know, if you're reading for love, you get the King of Pentacles. For a new person coming in, you know, it could be someone who's very stable, serious, someone who actually wants to be in a relationship, you know, all that other good stuff. With the Five of Wands, you have the Moon. Sorry, jumped out of my hand there. So the moon can represent fears, illusions, fantasies. I feel for a lot of people that the thing that could be holding a lot of us back is fears from the past. I do feel we have to kind of move away from that because we're in a totally new period of time. I kind of feel with the Seven of Cups in the moon that sometimes, again, remember I was talking about being spoiled for choice. It's like when we have too many options, that can create disharmony in our life. So for those of you, you know, what I'm getting here intuitively between these two cards, and, you know, I was kind of waiting for some clarity on this. I feel like the clarity is actually coming in down here. I feel like it's saying it would be better for you to, like, you know, especially if you're working on a project or business and you have a lot of ideas, I feel like it'd be better to focus on one thing with the Magician, because he is very focused, right? It would be better to focus on like one idea, try to make it work, give it a certain amount of time. If it doesn't work, try something else. But again, I feel like some of you, I'm getting like something that could be affecting your happiness right now is a little bit of analysis paralysis, like thinking like that you want to start a business, but then coming up with too many ideas. It would be better for you to just get started on one, see what happens, and if it doesn't work, go to the next one. That's what I would do here. With the Magician, you have the Page of Swords. So Page of Swords is a card of curiosity. I definitely feel like it would be curious. It would be a good time to be curious. The Magician has mastery over all the suits in the tarot, but sometimes I feel with that, like the Page of Swords, you could be approaching something only one way. Like if you're having a hard time with your business or in your career, maybe it's time to try a different tool like the Magician does, which means just trying to do things differently. And I would get curious about that. With the Hermit, you have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords, card of recovery. Again, like I said, Dark Night of the Soul. I feel like we've been through a collective Dark Night of the Soul. The Four of Swords is just talking about a healing. With the Devil, you have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands, like, what are you waiting for? It's like, here's the thing. It's like sometimes I think we get stuck in these difficult periods of time where we go through Dark Night of the Soul, and then it's almost like we are waiting for permission to leave it. It's like we're waiting for someone to say, okay, like you can leave this difficult period of time. I don't think that's coming. I would just leave the difficult period of time you're in and get started on something that makes you truly happy. Very simple reading, no reason to overcomplicate it. I just simply feel this reading is talking about you kind of removing yourself from a sticky situation that you didn't think you were going to be able to remove yourself from, and now you're entering into a time of like happiness and joy. Love it. Can't beat that. So thank you for being here, Libra. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.